I just got done watching Baron. Whew, he went max. He went max tonight. I love Baron. Something just came to me. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I see a lot of the same, memes. And one of them is, people will believe a lie and not believe the truth, or something along those lines. Where's my phone? Hold, please. Hold, please. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I'll be able to. Oh, the UFO files released. Okay. She thinks. We were all wondering. So glad you're going to let those fly high. Anyways, it won't come up. But it was something along those lines. And it came to me as I read it. Because I've shared it before. Because it's yeah. People are going to believe the lie. Of course they're going to believe the lie. Most people believe the lie because if they didn't believe the lie, then they would be exposed in the truth. And so that's why a lot of people believe lies, because they don't want to be exposed in the truth era. And so you see that a lot right now. You see that very evidently. It's very evident in those that are choosing to live a lie and believe the lie versus those that choose to walk in truth and expose the lies. It's two different scenarios. It's two very, very different scenarios. And you just have to be on the side of it and which side you want to be. That is your free will. That is your free choice to be on whatever side of the lie. And you have the free will to believe it. If you know it's a lie and you choose to believe it, you have to ask yourself, why are you choosing to believe the lie? What are you scared of being exposed of? And those are hard questions that a lot of people don't want to ask themselves. And furthermore, it's not even that they don't want to ask themselves, is that they already know the truth, and that's why they're choosing to believe the lie. And so it is a very hard truth. It's a hard truth for a lot of people. I see that. I know that. And I understand that because I've been on the side of the fence of believing lies. Many of them. Very many of them. I was number one in the line. I was right there up the front, sitting at the front of the classroom. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. Keep feeding me more. Keep feeding me more. Every day of my life. I love it. I love it. Right? At the demise of me, but keep telling me more lies. I can't wait for more. Just keep giving them to me. Until I took accountability in that. Until I recognized that within myself. That it was easier for me to believe the lies that I was being fed versus looking at myself and asking myself, why am I choosing to believe these lies? What is it that I'm scared of being exposed of? All right, well, let me go down the list within myself. Let me work on all these things. Let me heal. Let me find my voice. Let me own all my seasons for reasons. And let's just walk this out. And it's one of those things. It's one of those things. We weren't designed to be on this earth to find ourselves in scenarios when moving in your truth exposes people's lies. And for some reason, that's the area that we're in because so many people have took it upon themselves to live a lie. And so that's why God is choosing this era and this way of exposing them the way that he is. It's not in my control. It's not in your control. It's not in anyone's control. The amount of control that is within this world right now is strategic and manipulated, but it's coming out in the crevices. You can see that. You can see it on their faces. You can see that in the words. You can see that in the talking points. You can see it in all the money that they're pushing out in the propaganda in reference to Charlie Kirk and everything. All those that fly high, that aren't really pushing out truth in their messaging and their deliverance. There's no elevation in it. It's kind of one of two things. Is either you're pushing out truth, you're advocating for what's right, and you're elevating, you're helping people elevate. But there's a gray area where you can see between the two now. If you're not living a lie, scared of the truth, scared of the mirror. I had a conversation today I don't remember what we were talking about, but we were talking about, I think, gas prices and just the economy. And I was like, yeah, it's comical to me to see how much propaganda is being pushed right now for them to tell us that the economy isn't what it is. When it's like, you're telling people something that they're living through and you're not. So it doesn't take a genius to recognize that there's going to be some backlash and people are going to start seeing between the lines, because you're literally telling people their own life story when they're the ones living through it and you're not living through it. You have no idea. You have no idea, because the struggles that we face are not the same struggles you face. It's the same thing with me. It's like, I find it comical to me that people want to tell me or try to narrate or get ahead or create this illusion or this tactic or do this or do that. And this is past, present, or future, when this is my life. This is my life. I've lived through it. I'm living through it every day. I can tell my story. I don't need anybody else to tell my story. I can tell my story. I know my life. I live through it every day. I have up until this point, up until this minute I make this video. So it's like, I don't need people to tell me how my life has went. I've lived through it. I don't need people to tell me how the economy is. I'm living through it right now. And the last thing you're going to do is try to sit here and gaslight me and tell me things that I don't know true, because I'm the one living through it, not you actually. And so this is what's so comical to me in reference to that. And so I hope that this video resonates. If you find yourself on the side of the fence where you're like dancing on the side of whether you think it's a lie or it's truth. Well, first of all, if you're second guessing yourself, there's the answer right there. That's your conscience. That's your little Christ conscience telling you something's not right here. All right. You know, and you got to follow that feeling, that gut, that intuition, that discernment that is inside of you. It's inside of us all, that ick. And when if you're receiving something, you're reading something, you're seeing something, and it feels, follow it. Don't second guess it, because the 5 people standing next to you tell you to second guess it, because that's what they're going to do. Because they're not quite at the place where you're at, but you're tapping into your intuition and your discernment. And see, everybody has a different path, and they meet their path at a different way at a different time. And so that's why it's really important to stay in your lane. Stay on your own path. Don't try to get in other people's lives. Don't play God in their lives. Better yet, if you got something to say about their lives, don't do it in the back. Do it to their face. Do it to their face. Why not? If you got so much to say to someone about their life or say about someone's life, just say it to their face. Why do you have to do it all in the back? That was always an interesting concept to me in my circles of friend groups, in reference to just kind of recognizing how much the gossip train it can take a whirlwind. If you jump on it, it can really take you down a negative headspace. It really can. And I think that that's why I find myself sometimes in a peaceful state, because I'm not surrounded terribly too much around that, because I don't put myself around it. But it is a lonely road. It is a lonely road, because people find themselves gossiping about other people or other things because they don't want to take a look in their own life. They don't want to peel back those onion layers. So it's easier for them to numb it and keep pretending it's not happening, because they're talking about other people's lives and it makes them feel better. You see, and believe me, again, as I say this, I know people can resonate with it, because it's just truth. It's truth, but it's a hard truth that a lot of people don't want to face. And I understand that too. I really do. No judgment here. But when it comes to believing a lie, you just have to allow people to believe what they're going to believe. You just do. You cannot, it's not your job to handle other people's perceptions. It's your job to handle your own perceptions, your own beliefs. You know what's right and wrong. Period. I love you guys. Have a good